You are welcome to another episode of LFN What's Your Say? The leading listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. It's so amazing to see that the arguments and possible outcomes of this coming R. Kelly appeal were long predicted way back, even before many of us ever knew that the trials would proceed to the appeal court. This was done by one of R. Kelly's major supporters whose contributions to this fight for freedom we intend to feature in this video cannot go unrecognized. And that is none other than Brazilian model Zikela Allen, a beautiful model and beautician who started a Justice for R. Kelly petition on change.org back as early as 2020. This was at a time when not many people even had a clue that R. Kelly could turn out to be an innocent man following immense media propaganda that suggested otherwise. Zikela took time and identified all the acts of injustice R. Kelly had already been subjected to during his incarceration, and compiled an article she posted in her petition that was eventually signed off by over 2,500 people, but as expected was ignored by the authorities who had only one result in mind. And that was seeing R. Kelly go to prison for a very long time irrespective of whether he was actually innocent or not. It's amazing how someone in as far as Brazil is able to understand how corrupted our justice system is, and for this we must give her credit. I am sure there are many other supporters of R. Kelly on this channel that come from different parts of the world, and we thank you for keeping your ears on the ground for him. For those who have managed to appear on the show and share their views with regard to this situation, we thank you so much. In her petition, Zikela, she mentioned how R. Kelly had been falsely accused and turned into a victim of a major setup. She also added that the accusations which had been made against him only served to prove that the women were in fact lying and only seeking fame and fortunes at his expense, and that R. Kelly was being treated very unfairly. At this time, Robert had been in jail for many months without any real proof of crime, and all that existed in the place for evidence was the he say she say propaganda which was aimed at causing potential jurors, the judges and the general public to develop prejudice for the R&B King prior to trial. The petitioner demanded that R. Kelly's matter is not dealt with prejudicially, like she already knew this would later be the case, considering this is exactly what the coming appeal process is premised on. She generally cast doubt on the ability of the US government to deal with R. Kelly without deviating into prejudicial tendencies, and sadly, this is exactly what we are currently dealing with as we prepare for the appeal process. She also condemned the move by the system to deny R. Kelly bail for a period of almost 2 years when he was held without trial, clarifying he was never a flight risk as he was maliciously deemed to be, and she was so right. It's high time our government looked a little deeper into our justice system, and most especially the federal justice system, which always seeks to override the decisions made at state level, for we are losing our reputation as a nation that champions human rights activism while breaking the laws to target specific categories of citizens. Our country definitely has plenty to reminisce about and make necessary changes if we are to teach the rest of the world the fundamentals of human rights and accountability of government like we always pretend to do. Zikela Allen's move to petition government was a bold and much appreciated move that was presented as an early marker of awareness for what was coming next. And it was also a demonstration of prior knowledge of what our system is capable of and what is unreachable for our judicial actors. The reputation of our country is on the line if acts of prejudice continue to dominate our judicial process, and we ought to change the pattern that always targets successful black citizens for the next destruction before things run out of hand. The war against injustice we are currently fighting along with R. Kelly and his legal team is not about to be over. There is still a long way to go, but what we can be sure of is that in the end, we shall triumph and win. And hopefully R. Kelly's case will become a primary point of reference when reviewing cases of injustice and initiating law reforms that will better this nation. Whatever is being done to R. Kelly has actually been done before when dealing with defendants like him, and this is only coming to light because it's been done to a globally represented celebrity followed by many. Many supporters and fans of R. Kelly, including you the members of this channel, have time and again demanded that the government come clean on the concocted charges they couldn't prove, and that the judicial officers consider the new text message evidence as well as the judicial malpractice that saw R. Kelly's prison communications illegally leaked to determine the entire case process fraudulent, and acquit the R&B King without prejudice. And like Zikela Allen said, The accusations that were made against R. Kelly have solid proof that the accusers were in fact lying most of the time. Their major focus was fame, and they indeed became famous and sold all kinds of books. Shockingly though, even those who were disqualified from the victim list as liars did publish books whose promotion and distribution has not been questioned. We can only say thank you to the members of this channel, and individuals like Zikela who have continued to fight for R. Kelly's well-deserved freedom as we await victory. R. Kelly is believing and trusting God to win his appeal regardless. According to Devin Wilson, as they do all this injustice to Robert, it's important they keep in mind that only God is the final judge and no man can replace him, for he is always in control. No weapon formed against R. Kelly shall prosper. Just look what's going to happen to all of these haters. I would like everyone to mark my words, God is not sleeping. And to R. Kelly, keep your head up and trust him, for you will be coming back home sooner than anyone can imagine. It's no wonder anyone could predict what was going to be done to R. Kelly, but gladly we can all predict what the solution is going to be. Once the appeal is over, it's going to be a mega celebration beyond imagination. According to Mindy Stein, what the government is doing to R. Kelly is disturbingly horrible and non-forgivable. According to the petition, what bothered Zikela the most is the BOP officer stealing his communication records and leaking the information illegally to the public, and all she managed to get was an early retirement rather than a permanent dismissal, which was supposed to be followed by an indictment for breaking the law. Too bad Tasha K didn't take time to do her research before she opened her mouth. Like Judith says, indeed Tasha K will be paying her own price in due time, as karma has not forgotten what she did to R. Kelly and others. According to Timothy Flowers, it's so bad that R. Kelly has to be persecuted in order to be prosecuted. Well, this is not how things work, she said. Sadly though, in this our country, it now seems to be the trend. There is no doubt that R. Kelly has been made the real victim with false claims that he was the one victimizing everybody else. This makes me wonder whether it's still worthwhile to be a nice and cool guy like R. Kelly is anymore. If you wish to take part in a live interview discussing any of these topics, let us know by sending an email to sashalfnmedia@gmail.com for scheduling. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.